Rifles have a long and illustrious history. Their development is somewhat hazy, but rifles have come to dominate the battlefield. To guarantee the ability to defend or destroy enemies, you need reliable, comfortable, and killer machines like the ones that we'll show you in this video. Today, we'll present the top 10 military rifles in the world, and our list is based on the combined score of accuracy, reliability, range, penetration, production numbers, number of users, and some other features. So without further ado, let's get started. At number 10 is the IMI Galil, which is an Israeli-made automatic rifle designed by Israel Galil and Yaakov Lear and produced by Israeli Military Industries. Most Galils are chambered for either 5.56 by 45mm NATO or 7.62 by 51mm NATO cartridges. The rate of fire varies between different variants ranging from 650 to 750 rounds per minute, and the design is closely based on the Valmet RK-62, which is itself an improved version of the Soviet AK-47. The Galil series of weapons is in use with military and police forces in over 25 countries, making it one of the most prolific combat-tested rifles in the world today. The Galil's muzzle velocity varies between 815 to 900 meters per second and an effective firing range of 300 to 500 meter sight adjustments and having a good accuracy. At number 9 on the list for the 10 best military rifles in the world today is the FAMAS, which is a bullpup-styled assault rifle designed and manufactured in France by MAS. The FAMAS is chambered in 5.56 by 45mm NATO and is recognized for its high rate of fire at 1,100 rounds per minute. The FAMAS assault rifle is a bullpup configuration with the ammunition feed behind the trigger, and it can use a variety of rifle grenades up to 500 grams. The FAMAS F1 uses a proprietary 25-round magazine, while the FAMAS G2 uses 30-round static magazines. Muzzle velocity varies between 925 to 930 meters per second. The effective firing range is 300 meters for FAMAS F1 and 450 meters for FAMAS G2. At number 8 is the FN SCAR, which was developed by Belgian manufacturer FN Herstal for the United States Special Operations Command. This family of rifles consists of two main types. The SCAR L for light, which is chambered in 5.56 by 45mm NATO cartridge, and the SCAR H for heavy, which is chambered in 7.62 by 51mm NATO. The rate of fire varies between 550 to 650 rounds per minute. The key idea of the SCAR modular system that it will provide the U.S. Special Forces with a wide variety of configurations within the matter of minutes in field conditions. This assault weapon has a full-length rail system for mounting optics. It can be fitted with detachable iron sights or various optical or night vision sights, and it is a gas-operated self-loading assault battle rifle with a rotating bolt. At number 7 on the list is Heckler & Koch G36, which is a 5.56 by 45mm assault rifle designed in the early 1990s by German company Heckler & Koch as a replacement for the heavier 7.62mm G3 battle rifle. The G36 is gas-operated and feeds from a 30-round detachable box magazine or 100-round C-Mag drum magazine, having a rate of fire of 750 rounds per minute and muzzle velocity varying between 720 to 920 meters per second. By default, the G36 uses a 30-round magazine. The G36 is described as a good, accurate, and reliable weapon. It is also simple in operation and maintenance. The effective firing range varies between different variants from 200 to 800 meters. At number 6 is the SG-550, which is an assault rifle manufactured by Swiss Arms AG in Switzerland. The SG-550 is a selective fire 5.56 by 45mm NATO assault rifle firing from a closed bolt. It has a gas-actuated, piston-driven long-stroke operating system derived from the SIG SG-540 series of rifles, which uses burnt powder gases vented through a port in the barrel to power the weapon's moving parts. Swiss Army SG-550 assault rifles are usually fed from 20-round translucent magazines. However, 5, 10, and 30-round capacity magazines are also available. One interesting feature of this assault rifle is that it can be fitted with detachable folding bipod, which folds to a handguard when not in use. Up next at number 5 is the AK-74, which is an assault rifle developed in the early 1970s by Soviet weapons designer Mikhail Kalashnikov. The AK-74 is a gas-operated selective fire weapon which uses a smaller 5.45 by 39mm cartridge, high-velocity round that has a slim and relatively long bullet, replacing the 7.62 by 39mm chambering of earlier Kalashnikov pattern weapons. The rate of fire varies between 600 to 650 rounds per minute, and not only does it have an improved firing accuracy, it does not jam or misfire in worst conditions possible. Also, it has reliable extraction even with dirty chambers and cases. Number 4 on the list for the top 10 military rifles around the world is the SA-80 L85A2. The L85 rifle variant has been the standard issue service rifle of the British Armed Forces since 1987, replacing the L1A1 variant of the FN-FAL. The L85A2 is a gas-operated, selective-fire rifle with bullpup layout and is chambered for the standard NATO 5.56 by 45mm round. The main advantage of the bullpup layout is the overall compactness of the weapon. The L85A2 has achieved an average reliability rate of 25,200 mean rounds between failure, and it is fed from 30-round box-shaped magazines, which is a standard NATO Stanek magazine. The third best military rifle is the G3. The G3 is a 7.62 by 51mm NATO select fire battle rifle developed in the early 1950s by the German armament manufacturer Heckler & Koch, which is chambered in 7.62 by 51mm NATO. Rate of fire varies between 500 to 600 rounds per minute. The G3 is a selective fire automatic weapon that employs a roller-delayed blowback operating system. The G3 proved to be a successful and reliable design, and it is also very easy to maintain. The rifle is fed from 20-round capacity magazines and is also compatible with a 50-round drum magazine. It has a muzzle velocity of 747 to 800 meters per second and an effective firing range of 200 to 600 meters. Up next at number 2 is the AK-103, which is an assault rifle designed in Russia by Russian small arms designer Mikhail Kalashnikov in 1994. It is chambered in 7.62 by 39mm and having a rate of fire of 600 rounds per minute. The AK-103 can be fitted with a variety of sights including night vision and telescopic sights, plus a knife bayonet or a grenade launcher like the GP-34. It uses plastic components where possible instead of wood or metal, with such components being the pistol grip, handguard, stock, and depending on the type, the magazine. The muzzle velocity of this rifle is 715 meters per second, and it has an effective firing range of 500 meters. And now at number 1 spot is the M4 carbine. The M4 carbine is extensively used by the United States Armed Forces and is largely replacing the M16 rifle in United States Marine Corps combat units as the primary infantry weapon and service rifle. The M4 carbine is a 5.56 by 45mm NATO air-cooled gas-operated direct impingement magazine-fed carbine. It has a total of 370mm barrel and a telescoping stock. It is essentially a lighter and shorter variant of the M16A2 assault rifle. The Colt M4 has a telescopic 4-position stock which is adjusted for length and allows to shorten the rifle when required. The rifle is fed from 30-round capacity magazines and is also compatible with the earlier 20-round magazines of the original M16 and other standard Stanek magazines. And that, guys, was a list of the top 10 military rifles in the world. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more videos like this. Thank you guys for viewing in. Bye-bye.